Hey guys, Ryan here, financial advisor with Carlson Financial, and today I wanted to talk about pension plans, but more specifically, lump sum distributions. I wrote a blog about this topic last week, and I wanted to make a video as well in case you prefer videos, but the reason I'm talking about it so much is because in 2022, if you are a pension participant, if your employer has a pension plan and you are looking at a lump sum distribution potentially when you retire, that may look a little different here in 2022. So that's what I want to talk about how maybe yours has been impacted and why that is. So let's get to it. All right, so let's say you're someone that currently has a pension plan, and near the end of every year when you're making that decision on if you're ready to retire, if you want to keep working, you likely look at two things on your pension estimate that you can access online or what they give you there at work. And those two things are, one, what will your fixed monthly payment be if you opt to go that route? It's that stream of income that you'll get the rest of your life. Or two, what would be your lump sum estimate? Whereas instead of taking that monthly income, you're just going to get that big lump sum that you can take and invest with it however you please. And so I today want to talk specifically about that lump sum distribution. So in 2022, we've seen that change a little bit because, in most cases, if you made that decision and said, hey, I'm going to work another year, in most cases, in recent history, you would say, yeah, my benefit's going to go up, right? You put in more time, your pension's likely increasing, your lump sum is likely increasing, but in 2022, that has not been the case, and here's why. So your lump sum payout is calculated by determining the present value of your future monthly guaranteed pension income using actuarial factors based on age, mortality tables, and IRS's minimum present value segment rates, which are updated monthly. All right, so I just talked actuarial factors, mortality tables, present value. What in the world does that all mean? And so really I want to make this as simple as possible. And so the reason that your pension lump sum estimate has likely gone down in 2022 is because of interest rates, really. Normally when that recalculation I talked about above, that equation I talked about above, it doesn't really impact things much by the year because we normally don't see drastic increases in interest rates like we have in 2022. But as we all know, interest rates have rapidly increased this year, which is why your lump sum distribution, when they did that recalculation, has actually been negatively impacted rather than going up like you're used to seeing. So this change has made some folks have to make a really hard decision. Some of my clients have said, hey, I'm actually going to retire earlier and just go ahead and do it in 2022 because I'm going to get the bigger lump sum, and I was probably going to retire in 2023 anyways, so this makes my decision really quite easy and I'm just going to go now. Whereas some folks that say, man, I don't know if I'm ready, they don't know if they should work in 2023 because really mathematically what potentially is the least efficient decision is working a few months into 2023 and then deciding to retire, and therefore you essentially just worked for free in 2023 because you're getting less of a lump sum and your income that you made in that year wasn't enough to make up for the less of the lump sum that you'll be receiving. So there's multiple factors to decide on if you're ready to retire in 2022 or if you're going to continue to keep working. Obviously if you work in 2023 and 2024 and 2025, that income you make is going to make up for the loss of lump sum that you've seen this year. So you got to factor all that in when you're making that decision. So like any retirement decision, you got to do what's best and what's most ideal for your retirement plan. And so my advice to you, sit down with your advisor, review that financial plan, and if you decide to take the lump sum, if that works for your plan, come up with a really good strategy with your advisor for what you're going to do with that lump sum once you retire. So ultimately, the reason I made this video is I just wanted to make sure you were aware, right? I didn't want you to be completely caught off guard if you opened your pension lump sum estimate and saw that it had been impacted. So I hope this video gave you some clarity. If you have any questions about this and wanted to get into a little more detail with us, give us a call, 844-CARLSON. One of our advisors can sit down, help you, and if you're trying to make that big decision, we can help you figure out if it makes sense for for you to make that jump into retirement. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I should be back soon with more of these, and hope you have a great rest of your day. Thanks.